You keep asking him if he still loves you. You need to hear it again and again. You ask, are we okay? You need to know he's still here, that he still chooses you, that he still wants this. And maybe sometimes he says all the right things. Maybe he tells you exactly what you've been needing to hear. I love you. I'm sorry. It'll never happen again. But even when he says it, it doesn't land. Not fully, not deeply, not the way you hoped it would. You feel better for a moment, but it doesn't last. And other times, he doesn't say it at all. He gets frustrated, defensive, cold. He tells you to let it go, that he's already said everything there is to say, that this isn't going to work if you keep bringing it up. So you stop asking, you bite your tongue, you try to be okay, but the tension builds. The words swell up behind your teeth. The fear in your chest starts buzzing louder until eventually you blurt it out again. Do you still love me? We're okay, right? You're not hiding anything? And whether he says the right thing or avoids it altogether, you still don't feel better. The apology doesn't settle your nerves. The silence only makes it worse. The fear doesn't go away. You're left with the same ache, just buried deeper under shame, doubt, and silence. You're not needy, you're not dramatic, you're not broken. What you're experiencing is the trauma that happens after betrayal. The kind that doesn't live in your thoughts, it lives in your body. And no amount of the right words can fix what's been wired into your nervous system. Because here's what's really happening. You're trying to use his words to calm your fear. You're trying to use his apology to soothe your heartbreak. And you're hoping that this time, maybe this time, it'll finally feel like enough. But when your body still feels like it's in danger, when your thoughts are spiraling and you're second guessing everything he says, when you feel that urge to reread texts, ask again, or decode his tone, when your chest feels tight and you're bracing for the next wave of dread, no amount of I love you will land. Your body isn't hearing connection. It's looking for evidence that it's not about to be hurt again. It's scanning for threat, not truth. Because your nervous system is still wired to protect you. And even when your partner is saying the right things, when he's validating your emotions or offering sincere apologies, your body may not believe it. Why? Because betrayal changes the lens you see and feel through. You're no longer hearing his words, you're hearing them through the distortion of trauma. You're not just seeing his face, you're seeing it through the fog of hypervigilance, of bracing for disappointment. Your nervous system is constantly scanning for clues. His tone, his facial expression, that pause before he responds. And after betrayal, everything gets filtered through one question. Am I still in danger? Even when he's showing up, your body might only see risk. Even when he's trying, your trauma-colored lens might only pick up inconsistency. That's why it doesn't land, not because it isn't there, but because your system can't recognize it yet. That's why you keep needing more. That's why you can't stop asking. That's why it never feels like enough. Let me pause here for a second and introduce myself. I'm Soraya Bastian. I'm a yoga therapist and neurosomatic specialist, and I help married women rebuild love, intimacy, and trust after infidelity by helping them heal the emotional trauma that's keeping them stuck. If you've ever felt like you should be okay by now, if he's doing the right thing, showing up, apologizing, trying, but something still feels off, or if he's doing nothing, avoiding, deflecting, getting frustrated every time you bring it up, and you're still spiraling inside, if you've ever wondered why I can't just believe him or why do I still feel this way, this is exactly what you need to talk about. Because this isn't about needing more reassurance. It's about finally feeling steady enough in your body to stop chasing clarity and start seeing what's real without distortion. Because when he is trying, your body still doesn't believe it. And when he's not, you find yourself wondering how to make him show up. You play out conversations in your head. You threaten to leave. You take off your ring. You go silent hoping he'll notice, or press harder hoping he'll finally say what you need to hear. You back off. You come closer. You hold it together for days, and you lose at the moment things feel off. You're trying to create the perfect conditions to finally feel okay. But no matter how he responds, whether it's silence or the right words, it never really sticks, because what you're really trying to fix isn't him. It's the chaos happening inside you, because this isn't about logic, it's about regulation. But when your nervous system is still wired for protection, you will keep chasing reassurance, scripting conversations, or trying to control the outcome, because your body is still bracing for the next hit. This is what I call the reassurance loop. You don't trust what you feel, so you ask. You hear what you want to hear, but your body still doesn't believe it, so you ask again and again, until you start believing that something must be wrong with you. But it's not you, it's your nervous system doing its job, protecting you from future pain. And that protection, it doesn't switch off with logic. It switches off when your body learns what safety feels like again. That's the shift that changes everything. It's what makes his words finally land. It's what makes love feel real, not something you're trying to chase or force. But before we go further, let's talk about something that matters more than any tool: the lens you're seeing everything through. Because some of you are with a man who is trying. He's showing up, he's apologizing, he's doing the work, but you can't feel it because your body is still locked in defense mode. And some of you are with a man who avoids it all, who gets defensive, who tells you to let it go, who turns the blame back on you for not being over it yet. And when that happens, you don't just feel pain, you feel confusion, because you don't even know if you're reacting to him or to what happened before. So I want to give you something that helps you feel the difference, something that lets your body start to separate fear from truth. Try this. Place one hand on your heart and one on your belly. Take a slow, deep breath and quietly say to yourself, I am allowed to want closeness. I am allowed to want to feel chosen. I am allowed to ask without shame. Now exhale. Feel your body. If there's even a moment of pause, even a flicker of softening, that's your nervous system starting to shift. This isn't about forcing yourself to feel calm. This is about giving your body a chance to experience connection so it can begin to tell the difference between danger and love again. Because sometimes he is loving you and you just can't receive it yet. And sometimes you're not safe, and this helps you stop gaslighting yourself into thinking you are. That's why inside Beyond Breath, we don't just teach you how to stop the reassurance spiral. We give you body-based tools to rewire your response to betrayal so your nervous system stops bracing for pain and starts creating space for connection. You learn how to feel calm without pretending, be present without scanning for threat. Stop needing proof to feel loved, because when you don't need him to say all the right things to feel okay, that's when the connection becomes real. That's when intimacy returns. That's when love feels safe again. Click the link in the description below to get inside Beyond Breath. This is the shift that changes everything, not just for your mind, but for your marriage. And if this resonated with you, hit like, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs it. Every week I post videos to help you rebuild love, trust, and connection after betrayal without checking his phone or losing yourself in the process.